Hello everybody, my name is CobaltFox and this is CobaltFox Plays. We are playing the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. This game was just released yesterday from Sega themselves, March 31st. I have no idea what this game is. All we know is that someone murdered Sonic. Who'd kill the bluebird? Who would kill the bluebird? Blur. You have cute little tails there. And like I always like to start out with any kind of new game, even if it is Sega. Because the last Sonic game, Sonic Frontier, was pretty bad at accessibility. So I'm gonna click on options. And I did notice before there is an assist mode, so that is a form of accessibility. So we designed the difficulty of the think level for experienced Sonic fans. But we understand every player has different skill levels and needs. That is very true, and that's an excellent point. Everyone is different. If these levels are inhibited your enjoyment of the game, I love that sentence. We hope the assist mode setting will help you tune to your experience. So there is something called invincibility. If I want that on, remove pitfalls. I do not know what that is. Gameplay speed. I don't know. Rings to win. I don't know what that either means. One thing that would have been great for this was kind of a detailed explanation of what each of these four options would have been. Sure, invincibility, everyone knows that. Starman, but this is the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. We'll see what we'll see during the gameplay if we're going to need any of these assist modes on. Low graphic mode, I am playing on an ultra wide screen, but thank goodness I'm able to play this at a resolution of 1080p. So music, put that right there so I can hear. And for general text animation, yeah, credit and copyright. Well, that's why I'm just gonna put the music down for me to hear. I don't know how loud it is gonna be for you guys. Whether it's in Twitch or YouTube, YouTube is most likely it's gonna be much louder. So X that and new game. Phew! Made it on the train 50 minutes ahead of schedule. So far so good for my first day on the job. Oh, I totally forgot my name tag. Isn't ready yet. I should make one. I'll just sign my name here. Hello, my name is Cobalt. That's my name. Cobalt. Did I spell it right? Yes, I did. Or this little guy in the bottom right-hand corner. Hope passengers can read my scribbles. Dining car, Cobalt. I'm nervous. Is this first day on the job jitters? Working the train dining car can't be so bad. Come on, Cobalt, shake it off. I slap. Cobalt, did I just see you hitting yourself? Mr. Conductor, sir, how are you doing this morning? Quite all right myself, though feeling a little bit sweeter. Is everything all right? Is that because you're a sweetie? No. Everything is all right. Well, truth be told, not really. Alas, today's my last day as conductor. I'm retiring after 32 wonderful years. Time for me in the Mirage Express to say goodbye to one another. Oh, congratulations on retirement, sir. Thank you. My wife is very excited about it. She already got our plane tickets to Spangonia locked. Sonic Unleashed reference. Our showered, been on the fritz, so I'm excited to use a hotel. I can see why his wife is excited. Enough of my quibbles. Today's your first day working the dining car. Here's the menu for today. Menu, add to your inventory. Ironically, the text color is blue and your main color is blue. Yes, it is. Never know. I can open the inventory anytime to view it. Items I've received. I should look up over the menu carefully. I like that it's click-based, that I can read the whole thing. Mirage Express dining menu. It features chili dogs, instant ramen, and chicken cordon bleu. That's French. I don't know how to correctly pronounce that. Wait, chili dog. Did someone finally give food poisoning to Sonic the Hedgehog? Why do you look so nervous? All we have on the train is a microwave. A microwave. Though I'm sure a little quiz is in order. Which of these do we serve in the dining car? Well, obviously this chicken something cordon bleu. Ding, 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 ding. Glad you can read the menu, okay? A little bit of the vessel. This is a state-of-the-art, high-speed smart train with all the latest gadgets. This train can really handle anything you throw at it. We had a lot of adventures together, me and this train. It's not easy to leave. After 32 years, I don't blame him for being wistful. This train is exclusively used for events and not for passenger trains. I remember that interview. What's the event today? A murder mystery party. Nothing better than some thrills to end my tenure as conductor. I think I recognize. Oh man, I am blocking. I am blocking some of these words. I just noticed that. You know, I'm gonna see what the game is gonna be like. If there's anything on top of, you can probably see my mouse here. If there's not much here, I'm just gonna move myself up. So, conductor. Guess who'll be funneled here to the dining car as a home base, so to speak. I'll be with you to gather tickets, but after that, you'll be on your own. So you need to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of. Understood? I'll make you proud, sir. Glad this old man can rest easy. Doors to the Mirage Express are opening. All aboard! And there's our cast. That's Sonic for sure. There's Knuckles. There's Amy. There's Amy and some kind of cupcake hat. Wow, this train is incredible. And it's gonna do the funniest, best expressions I can do. What fascinating tech. You're right, Tails. I can't get used to staying on the train like this. What did you all expect? You know I always get all out. I always go all out on my birthday party. Oh, it's a birthday. This train is as elegant as you are, Amy. Can't promise I won't take anything, though. Oh, I like her design. Calm down, Rouge. Did I not catch you stealing from the train station's gift shop? It was a pen, knucklehead. Who's gonna miss a teeny tiny pen? What cast of characters am I stuck with? Conductor. Get a hold of yourself, Cobalt. You're sweating through your uniform. Here's Sonic. Hey, pals. Can I get one of those chili dogs? Radio, friend. Well, aren't you friendly? Why can't I be normal for 1 second? Sonic. Wait until I announce everyone's roles to get food. Sorry about that, birthday girl. A conductor. I'll be coming around to collect tickets. Everyone's tickets. Please have them out and ready. You'll join me, Cobalt, won't you? Just click on whatever you like to talk with, and we'll collect their tickets. Okay, got it. Oh, neat. Okay, so we're talking to Knuckles. Conductor. Howdy. Can I please get your ticket? I think that's a ticket. But I really don't want to argue with this guy. That hat. This hat is a reference to the first Sonic movie. It was an animated movie from Japan. That's what he wore. Everything looks great. Thank you. Seems the conductor doesn't want to argue either. There's Tails. Conductor, can I get your ticket, youngin? And there's a ticket. Here you are, sir. Thank you. May I offer you any snacks we have aboard? No, thank you. When I travel, I always pack my own sparkly gelatin. It's a sparkly jelly that can melt any jade-hearted. No way. I brought my own sparkly with me too. It's my first day, and I was a little nervous. Don't be nervous. You're doing great so far. We're sparkle gelatin. That's what it said. Gelatin buddies. Absolutely. If you need anything, just let us know. Thank goodness everyone on this train is normal. Now talking to Sonic. Conductor. Thanks. Tickets, please. Thank you kindly. Hello to... Oh gosh, I'm reading words wrong. Thank you kindly. Happy to have someone as renowned as yourself aboard. Don't worry about it. I just like helping. When Eggman took over, I truly feared the worst. But my kids swore you would swoop in eventually, and you did. I can't offer much other than my sincere gratitude. Don't sweat a thing. I'm glad you and your family are safe. Wait a second. Is he Sonic the Hedgehog? I promise you an excellent stay on our train, Sonic. Now, have fun. Yes, have fun now. Will do, thanks. SPO. Conductor, can we please see your ticket? Of course. Excellent. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your stay with us. Absolutely. I appreciate it. What's the rose? There's a comment about him. Something about his persist puts me at ease. You consider me calming? He's looking at me. He's looking at me. I study Ninjutsu. I believe one can communicate through the subconscious. Wow, Ninjutsu. That sounds like a lot of different. That sounds like a lot of difficult training. Can you cling onto walls? Cling onto walls? What kind of question is that? I most certainly can. The conductor looks a bit too smug at that answer. Okay, let's do Vector. Hello, my friend. Can I get your ticket? Oh yeah, sure, of course. As a gentleman of upstanding morals, I'd love to show my ticket. He seems to be avoiding eye contact. Is something amiss, sir? You seem to have misplaced my ticket? Could you speak up a bit? I couldn't hear you. I misplaced my ticket. I don't know where it is. He's not hiding his embarrassment very well. Don't you worry. We'll take a look around for you and see if it turns up. Oh, that would be amazing. Thanks a million. Seems as though we should keep our eyes peeled off for his ticket. Hey, I'm gonna talk to Amy. Conductor, could I please get the ticket? Let me try that again. Can I please get the birthday girl's ticket? Why, certainly. Thank you, miss, and thank you for choosing our fine train for your birthday festivals. Well, the birthday discounts certainly help. Who doesn't love a good bargain? And a murder mystery train just sounds so exciting. It's right up my alley. Who doesn't love a good thrill? You see, I'm a girl who loves a good true crime podcast. Maybe we should leave her to her fun. Have her fun. Before we move along for you, miss. Oh, wow. Thank you. Where do I use this? What is that? That unlocks any door in the train. Happy birthday. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. It's practically tradition. Very useful. We'll use this wisely. Thank you. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. Shadow, here. Thank you. Everything is in order. He seems concerned about something. Is there anything we can help you with? ... Do you sell gift eggs here? Oh, no, sadly, but I have a plastic grocery bag in the back I could get for you. ... That's there. So cold. Cobalt, you're shivering. Do you need me to fetch your jacket? No, I'm good. Here you go. What's Blaze doing here? It's a different timeline, different universe. May I have your ticket, please? Thank you very much. On top of it, I see a princess shall... I don't know what she sounds like. The only time I heard her in a voicing role was in Sonic Rush on the DS. A princess, such as myself, must always be punctual. Princess? Did she say princess? If you don't mind me asking, are you visiting from somewhere? A separated dimension, actually. A separated what? Just here for Amy's birthday, then I hop back to my own dimension. I quite prefer the birthday cake from this world more than my own, so I admit I'm a bit excited. Oh, you don't say. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay, princess. Should I bow? Do I bow before a princess? What are you doing? Please get up. Why can't I not win with this group? Well, hello. Oh, Rouge now. Well, hello, you two. What can I do for you? Good morning, ma'am. Can we get your ticket? My, how forward. Let me fetch it for you. Come back if you need anything else, you hear? Wow, she's so polite. Very easy to talk to as well. Madam, I saw you sneak that $20 bill out of my pocket. Gonna have to kindly ask for that back. ... Oh, this was yours? Must have slipped out. Here you go. Where? You don't see the icon there. I may not actually be the best judge of character. Is that it? Oh, yummy. Don't mind if I do. Cobalt, those are for our guests, you know. Train? Be sure Cobalt only gets one of these. Sorry. Cobalt, train. Be sure Cobalt only gets one of these if they ask. Arm. Did the arm just kindly nod? Actually, Train, the conductor wants me to have the whole plate. ... Good try, young buck. The train and I have worked together a long time. You have to work harder than that to get what you want. Drats. Well, snacks look really tasty too. What's sticking out of the napkin holder? Say, wasn't someone looking for their ticket earlier? Let's be sure to return it to the rightful owner. And let's make sure no one uses their ticket as a napkin. Lost ticket added to your inventory. Inventory. Find anything yet? Well, we might just have what you need. Cobalt, why don't you show our friend here what you picked up? Ah, there it is. That's my ticket. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, you both. What's really worried you, kid? Victor. What's really worried you kicked me out and I missed the murder mystery. Oh, Cobalt here would have had their hands full kicking you out. You're right. I wouldn't leave without a fight. I'm sorry. I'm way too into character. Wait, who made me both microwave experts and security guard? You're both all right in my book. Thanks again for the assist. Of course. Just let us know if you need anything else. Okay, everyone. Time for me to read out everyone's roles for the murder mystery. And that's my cue to leave. I must prepare the driver compartment for departure. Out the conductor card. You remember our promise, yeah? You do everything in your power to make sure our guests have a safe and enjoyable time on the Mirage Express. Absolutely, you can count on me. To be honest, this group seems plenty capable of on their own. And train? Assist Cobalt if they need any help. Won't you? ... That's all I need to hear. You have my trust. Nothing more heartwarming than a conductor in his train. Excellent. I'll be off. I must take my leave, everyone. Please have a phenomenal time. And don't worry about mucking up the place either. This train is state-of-the-art and has a system for dealing with all of that. For everything else, please talk to Cobalt here if you need anything. Sounds good. Absolutely. Will do. Bye now. I like that guy. Thank you all for following the outfit guide I sent you. You all look amazing. I trust you all read your lore cards as well. Lore cards? They must be the details of their motivation. I suppose it makes sense. Lore cards aren't read out loud. I think I'm reading that right. Otherwise, people would know the murderer's intentions. Now on to the nitty-gritty. For the murder mystery game, one of you will be murdered, and the rest suspected will be suspects. Everyone assists roles for characters they will be playing. Particularly is required, for it's my birthday. Of course. Birthday girl makes the rules. Sonic, you are a ship captain, and you'll be stationed in the conductor car. Naturally, that's where the good captain would go. Tails, you are the detective. You be in the dining car. Indubitably. Knuckles, you are the sheriff around these parts. We'll find you in the saloon. Got it. Rouge, you're a business tycoon. And Blaze, you're a titan of industry. Both in the casino. What's the difference? There is none. Not for Blaze. Sounds fun. Vector, you're the butcher. And Espio, the poet, both found in the library. Where is Charmy and... what's that bunny's name again? I forget. Hear that, SVO? We got to hang out together. And do what, read? Maybe we can. Make a tower of books or something. Shadow is the locksmith, hanging out in the lounge. And last but not least, me, the journalist reporter. I'll be moseying around with everyone. Did you get all that? No. I was listening in. Hope that's okay. More than all right. You can help assure everyone's following their roles. Oh, that reminds me. I have a map for each of you. Everyone's station is marked on this map as well. How convenient. Maps added to your inventory. The rule of the game are as followed. There is a murderer among you all. The rules of the games are as follows. Oh, I already read that. Murderer can kill a single participant however they choose, but they must physically be present with the victim for it to count. Everyone else must collect evidence throughout the train and use it to interrogate fellow passengers to figure out who done it. The murderer will lie to get out of being accused, so inspects everything you can find. You can find clues and interrogate. I'll set a timer for 1 hour so everyone can mingle. Hopefully not a real hour. And the murderer can do their thing. Is everyone ready? Sounds like everyone is excited. Everyone, to your stations. Ooh, this is so exciting. A mystery is unfolding right under our noses. How thrilling. I have goosebumps. Same. Isn't it awesome? Shouldn't you two be out there mingling with everyone? Well, actually, the detective and the journalist can't be the murderer. So, we're stuck here for an hour before we go out and snoop the place. This way, there's always a neutral party. Makes sense to me. Seems as though Amy's more excited about deciphering the mystery anyway. What do you think everyone's doing? Oh, probably inspecting the stations and talking among one another. Everyone has roles to play, so they must be exploring their character. Do you know what their character's motivations are, Amy? No, the lore are confidential. No one knows but the person who received them. Oh. My backstory is that I was best friends with a flicky that decided to join the evil Dr. Eggman, kickstarting my desire for justice in the world. My lore is that I'm a nosy person turned journalist. Kinda lie, that sounds kind of fun. Wish I wasn't stuck on a microwave duty. Question mark. The train started moving. It's so fast. Grab onto something. What's going on? I'm slipping. Hold on. I can't. I'm not gonna scream. No. You're both awake. Yeah. It seems the train has slowed down considerably. Is everyone all right? Yeah, my head is spinning a bit, but I'm okay. It seems we've been knocked into the dining car closet. This train can reach such incredible speeds. We're getting our money's worth of the experience, that's for sure. Is this actually intended? It's my first day, so I'm not really sure. I don't recall them warning me about this in the interview. We should go check on the others. Cobalt, could you get the door? Of course. ... It seems the door is blocked. I don't think it's budging. Amy, give the fallen shelf a whack with your poka hammer. ... Huh? Let's find another way out. Start looking for clues. I'll search over here. ... I love his expressions. I know Amy. She's hiding something. Huh? I suppose she did wake up before us. Something could have happened. Listen, I know I'm the detective here, but all the best detectives have sidekicks. I'm gonna need your help. Let's gather clues on why Amy's acting this way and interrogate her about it. I thought she said she can't be interrogated. Check out everything you can around the closet. Then we'll show it to Amy and uncover the full situation. Gather evidence and interrogate. Got it. Yeah, you don't want to do that to your customers, man. Oh, conductor. Ooh, remembering something. I'll need you to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of. Understood. Okay, never mind. I'm not that. Understood. You can count on me, Tails. I won't turn evil like your ex-flicky companion did. Happy to hear it. Now, let's get searching. Man, this is gonna be a lot of reading. The wet floor sign. Keeping people alert and safe. Once I slipped and spilled some juice at the grocery store. No wet floor sign at all. Luckily, Sonic was there to catch me. Wow, Sonic really is as fast as they say. But he was going so fast, he also slipped on the juice. He slid into a elderly gentleman's shopping cart. Well, it's though that counts, I suppose. What do you think, Tails? Want me to cook all this for you? When we get out of here? Sure. I normally never make microwave meals. I prefer to cook. Me too. My cast iron skillet has gotten a lot of use lately. I can cook a mean cast iron pizza. I only had a microwave lunches this week. Oh, something's hiding in the trash. Let's check there. Sadly, it's empty. On the bright side, this is a clean trash bin. How do I become as optimistic as this kid? What's that? A rod? It looks like a leg. The tip is broken. It looks like it originally been attached to something. I'm not sure if it's related to our mystery, but I like spinning it around, so I'll keep it. Stick is added to your inventory. The shelf blocking our exit is currently not budging. Hey, Cobalt, look at this closely. I wonder how this side of the shelf got smashed. There's something on the shelf that it could fall onto. I'm not sure this damage wasn't here before. The train has too much upkeep. I feel like this is important. You should log in. You should log it. Crack on the shelf is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's interrogate Amy and find out what really happened. What's the latest? Find any clues yet? I found a spoon. If we find 2 more, we can dig ourselves out. Dig ourselves out on a train. Gasp. I'll keep looking. Start negotiating. Amy, you believe you're hiding something from us. What? You're accusing me on my own birthday? How dare you? This isn't going to be easy, is it? I've been stuck in here just like you two. What in the world do you think I'm hiding? Amy was awake before Tails and I. What could she have done in that time? Attempt to escape. I don't think you're sitting idly while Cobalt and I were knocked out. You attempted to escape the closet. Prove it. Show me evidence that I attempted to escape, or help me search for a way out. Do you have evidence to prove that? Cobalt, let me step you through this. First, find the correct piece of evidence from your inventory. Once that has been deduced, we must form our argument to fight back. All right, let's do it. What proves Amy's attempt to escape the dining car closet? I'm not sure this will convince Amy. Let's give it another try. What evidence proves Amy attempted to leave the closet? Oh yeah. I thought this was she tried to break through the shelf. What, some damage on a shelf is supposed to prove something? It fell over. Damage makes sense. You have no argument here. You're grasping. Okay. Okay, Tails, what now? Well, now we follow the train off through. How does the crack on the shelf relate to Amy? So now I have to explain myself. Well, you see, Well, make it stuff I like to think. What would Sonic do? What would Sonic do? What would Brian Botano do? Sonic's a force to be reckoned with. He's always running forward, collecting rings, crushing badniks he never loses. Like an endless runner game. I play a lot of those on my phone. I do too. I'm sure, whatever works. Just close your eyes and think, what would Sonic do? And find your first argument. Alright, let's prove we're not grasping. Let's follow the train through and... Let's follow the train through, though, and fire a comeback. Like Sonic would do. What's this? Oh! That's interesting. Sure, the shelf fell, but there's nothing around for the shelf to fall onto. You're telling me on a train that well kept that the damage was here before we arrived? Well, I believe someone is responsible for hitting the shelf. You just said nothing was around for the shelf to fall onto. What was the shelf hitting? What was the shelf hit with then? Her head. This one. What is that? A stick? You truly believe a stick could do this kind of damage? Oh my gosh. Oh, I like that Cobalt's dream gear. You're right, a stick can't do this kind of damage to the shelf on its own. But if it was attached to something, it could. Like, let's say, a hammer? This isn't a stick at all, is it? This is actually the handle to your poka hammer. You attempted to hit the shelf out of the way, but you failed. The handle on your hammer snapped right off. Really, it should be a lot more durable than that. Oh. It's as you both said, I tried to get us out with my hammer, but I failed. I gave the bookshelf one big whack and that handle ripped right off. Just one heck of a strong bookshelf. I figured it was no big deal and I tried to hide it, but I suppose my embarrassment got the better of me. She does look genuine. Sorry about the situation. I never expected her hammer to snap like that, Amy. It was one of my backups. It's a little lighter to carry around. I didn't think I'll need it. But lucky you, I'm a detective and I dabble as a mechanic. Let me see both pieces of the hammer. Let's tighten things here. A little elbow grease there and fixed. Tails, thank you. According to my calculations, if you hit the shelf right here, it should do the trick. All right, stand back. Ow. The shelf completely shattered. Incredible. Property damage, Amy. We did it. We're free. Great job, Amy. Let's get out of here. I wonder how long this game is. Especially with my reading speed. I'm going to be streaming this all the way to midnight, so yeah. Wait, is that... It can't be. Sonic! Someone more murdered my darling Sonic! Looks like the game's begun. I'll find out who did this at once. Wait, Amy. I want to figure out who did this, too. Wait for me. Dot, dot, dot. What a whirlwind. I'm exhausted already. That was really convincing, Sonic. Dot, dot, dot. Sonic? Yeah. Body. Numb. Can't move. What are you saying? I don't understand. Just need to rest. Sonic? Sonic? Is he actually hurt? He's not moving. Are these wounds on him genuine? Genuine. My hand's on his wrist, but I don't see a pulse. Am I doing this right? What in the world's going on? Is this part of the murder mystery? Or is this serious? Sonic! Sonic!
Level up!
I wish there was something different. Oh no. Oh no. I feel myself panicking. Calm down, Cobalt. What do I do? He's remembering the conductor saying, I need to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of. Understood? These guests are incredibly renowned, which means they must be remarkably rich. So I leave their care to you, Cobalt. My favorite employee. Surely you won't let me down on this last ride. Is that Eggman in disguise? Dot, dot, dot. I need to catch up to Amy and Tails and get to the bottom of this. Even if this is part of the game, I just can't risk it. I'll keep everyone safe, conductor. You'll see. That's the beginning. That's pretty much the prologue of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Saloon car. Oh, look at this place. Hey, Tails, where are you? How about I'm over here? I think Amy's already gone ahead. It seems she's really excited. Do you need something from me? Yeah, just a question. How do I put this? What if Sonic is actually hurt? He's laughing. Sonic doesn't go down so easy. He's on a train full of his friends. Nothing would actually happen to him. We're all just really committed to this mystery for Amy. You have nothing to worry about. Promise. But Sonic likes to nap in a lot of strange spots. He's fine. It's making a lot of sense, but I can't shake what Sonic said to me. Is this really part of the murder mystery game? Or is there something deeper happening? I need more evidence to figure out what's going on. Can I tag along with you? If you don't mind, it is cool if I tag along with you. Is it cool if I tag along with you? Of course, sure. Now if we ever need a snack, you've got me. Haha, fair. Yeah, what was that buddies thing he said? As I said, the best detectives have sidekicks, so I'm happy to have you. If you ever catch me looking glum, though, just know it's because, where's my lore card? The last guy to work on a case with me ditched our practice to join the evil Dr. Eggman. Now a proper detective without baggage. This is true. You varmints. What are you doing in my saloon? He's trying so hard to stay in character. Knuckles, we're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic. I can't see that. Amy moseying through and told me about it. Enough of that. Or how long he kept that voice up for Amy. We're wondering if you could tell us what you were up to before the murder. Anything to help us establish our alibi and... Nope, I had nothing to tell either of you. Leave me alone. He's obviously agitated about something, but why take it out on us? I know better than to argue with Knuckles, so it seems we're on our own. Cobalt, we need to figure out what Knuckles is up to while we're all apart. Let's investigate for clues and then interrogate. Is that what we're going to do? Each car we interrogate? All right, let's do it. Something's always hiding in the trash. Let's check it there. Sadly, this one is empty as well. I love that cheek thing. I start to think your theory on something has always been hidden in the trash is flawed. Only a matter of time, Tails. Have faith. As they say, one man's treasure is another man's... One man's trash is another man's treasure. Dot. I think Tails is ignoring me. Okay, so I do have to mouse this. Oh, the arcade machine is busted. Clearly, we won't be able to give the game Super Monkey Ball a try. Do you think it broke when the train sped up? The damage looks more to be the cause from punches. Who could have done that? Oh, well, go. What are you two looking at me for? Smash Arcade is added to your inventory. Wanted reward. Omo Chow. Use the cash reward to find this robot. Maybe I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, look at that. We have Green Hill Zone in the background. Poor Omo Chow. Hate to see them like this. But they do. Medical malpractice. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at that. Lipstick on glass. Oh, well, this is interesting. What is it? It's just a few used cups. Sure, but why are there three? Knuckles was really thirsty? Oh, but this one has lipstick on the rim. That's not Knuckles' color at all. Someone else must have been here. You should log this. Used cups are added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles. No. Ah, the bowl of assorted nuts. The classic saloon snack. Which. Kind of bland. Seems like someone licked all the salt off. Tooey. Or maybe they're just unsalted. The robotic arms here are really helpful. What's the arm doing to my hair? He fixed it up a bit. That's incredible. What's interesting? Oh no, should I fear my job a little bit? How well can it microwave? Breathtaking views. This train's passing by incredible sights. I'm just happy to be traveling at normal speed. I got nauseated pretty easily. I have to avoid things like roller coasters. I don't mind roller coasters, though I find myself running on the track more than I do running in the carts. I never understand this. I'll never understand this friend group. All right. I thought I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat. Knuckles, are you blushing? I said leave me alone. It doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. Did you just adjust your hat a bit so we couldn't see it better? I said leave. Knuckles, Cobalt and I need to determine what you've been doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you, buzz off. You're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, we don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. Yeah. Is it? If evidence too. We do? Cobalt, just take a good look at our inventory. What was distracting Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? Cups. Wrong choice, Cobalt. Let's try it again. The arcade machine. Huh. What made you think I touched it? See that Cobalt's Dream Gear at the top. Oh. This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched our arcade machine because... what evidence do you have that damages our punches? Oh, dot, dot, dot. What are you staring at my hands for? Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I need a punching bag, and none were available to me. Is a sudden urge to punch? Believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answer. How will you? I'm on it. Cobalt, distract Knuckles while I fix Super Monkey Ball. Bring it on. What? Think. The arcade machine is fixed. No, don't look at the score. Quick, look at the scores. I'm pulling it up now. Vector beat him by 1. Okay, what does this tell us? Nothing, obviously. Cream, that's the rabbit's name. It tells us something massive. Look at the name at the top of the list. It's Vector. He's supposed to be in the library car. The picture is being to be painted here. You competed with Vector to see who can get the highest score, and Vector beat you. Ugh. And in frustrations, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. Gah. He punches the air in frustration. You're guessing. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was here now. Oh, shoot. Not enough rings. How many times will it let me do this? Now, Cobalt, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? No! I thought it was strange there was more than one cup sitting here next to you. While you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery game for Amy, you and Vector enjoyed some drinks playing arcade. It's not like I wasn't. Don't tell Amy. I think we're all right here. I think we're on the right track here. Because as you said, Vector popped in at the top of an hour, wanting to play the arcade machine with me. We went back and forth, trying to figure out the game, but when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he bested me, I destroyed the machine. No proof of his win. I was trying to fix the arcade cabinet before you two came in. Honestly, I don't want to be caught. They don't want to be caught. And that's my story and alibi. I already told a abridged version to this to Amy. Or this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Well, that's expected. One of us. That explains one of the used cups. But what are the cup with the lipstick mark? So that's either Rouge or Blaze. Rouge was here too. Huh? It's inconsequential, not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of our game and left. Obnoxious, that one. You offered her a drink, apparently. Listen, I don't know why she showed up, and I have told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Will you two relent? I understand the scenario. Vector's visited to play games. Rouge couldn't find something and left. Then Knuckles destroyed the machine. That all makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so many of our questions. Actually, that's not everything, is it, Knuckles? Huh? I want you to step back to something I noticed. One more name on that high score list doesn't make sense. Cobalt, can you take a look one more time? A odd name on the high score list? What is Sales talking about? Toast, apple, bread, ultimate bagel, candy. What? Ultimate, like the ultimate life form. All the names above have food in them, but this one goes by Ultimate. You may not know, Cobalt, but there is someone here that goes by the title, the Ultimate Life Form. There, really someone here that goes by that? Nothing sticks by you, does it, bud? Vector and I were struggling so much with this game, but then Shadow dropped by. So Shadow was here too. He taught us the game and was the first to get his name on the scoreboard. Vector and I fought to beat Shadow's score. Gonna lurk? Okay. They're both very annoying. You immediately had to compete, huh? He gave me this before he left. Shadow told me to lock the door and not to open it for anyone. Then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him. Saw no one else after locking the door. That's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she has some sort of key too. That's right, the conductor gave her the special birthday key. Well, you have a lot of questions. What happened in the library to cause Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors? And why was Rouge searching? What was Rouge searching for? I don't know. They don't tell me. Even though I asked with that cowboy accent. You're gonna have to find them and ask them yourselves. More information than I expected to get here, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We'll only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough, the library is in the next car. I'll open the lock for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful from me, Detective Tails and Butler. I like it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Cobalt, let's head to the library. On it. This is way more exciting than microwaving chili dogs. Cobalt! Coming. Howdy, partner. Anything else I can use here? Nope. Door. Ready to mosey down the next car? You got it, partner. Onward. Library card. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump whatever I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rolls, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulous. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, Espional wanted to give you your present. My present? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads? Oh, detective pair. Need help from the birthday girl? I'm sure, everyone allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quickly. And how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you dealt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has the master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I am... Here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starving. I'll kill for chicken parmesan right about now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poet. Poetry. A Renaissance message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspective with the most arithmetic of Rose? Can I hear some? Sure, Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la. D D D D. Dot 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 from Tails. What was that? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied in it for now. Thanks, said Tails. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Cobalt and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh, sure, it's simple. Let me just get this pillow off my back. I'm sure it was simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car. Where's Amy? Told me, and asked me to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? What happened to see her lipstick staining on a cup at the saloon car? Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure standing over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. What has she found? She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon where Knuckles and I were playing games. He instantly showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. Just checking my messages. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again, locking the door behind him. Oh yeah, I gotta look at that card. Then returned to the lounge car, where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, he realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. Then when the train sped up, we were worried about the bookshelves falling on us. But we were going through... Oh boy. But we got through it all right. We set traps here until Amy arrived, asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. Ah, yes. That's all that happened. All of these doors locked. It seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're gonna peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you would like to be serenitied with a poem, I've got you covered too. I think I said that serenitied wrong. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we are looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determining if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Okay. The one thing that came to mind was when we did those Sonic levels and collecting the coins. I'm thinking these two is what it means. So I'm going to turn these two on to see if my rings to win 100%. Ah. So I guess that is true too. Okay, let's just check these two. Maybe the pitfalls aren't the gaps and the visibility like the arrow things don't. 50%. Okay. That's the lowest. That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's resume. Hang in there. Child hanging precautiously from a tree branch. A large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really need to see this. This little child's hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly safely because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this child could stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought putting into this poster, right? Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean all this mess either. I'll just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. The arm is the murderer. A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Perhaps wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for vacation. The conductor was talking about Spangonia. If you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you ever visited, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. Yep, there you go. That's when Professor Pickle was first introduced in Sonic Unleashed. He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. The Scoop knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? What's this bright red book? Oh yeah, this reeks of evil science, Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people are appreciate a omelet. You may not be wrong. Oh. Ooh, brochures. Ooh, they did mention brochures earlier. There are traveling destinations idea here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Ooh. Oh, but look at this. There's a couple of maps here. This seems to be the map of the library card. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is added to your inventory. Should we take this brochure about caves too? Look, there's stalactites? Nah, leave it. Oh, hey, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. Stalactites are those things that are like cones. You probably see them in, like, if you play Minecraft. So many books to the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I said no. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these books were knocked out by the trains speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out to search for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. Those spines are creasing. They are opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Garbage can. Something's always hiding in the trash. Let's check there. Hate to say it, but there's nothing in there. Ah. I really thought there'd be something there. Cobalt, are you sad that there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm all right. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin. Be fine. You really think so? Oh yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Cobalt, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Or table? Ah, just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are actually comfortable. So plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Cobalt, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? I've had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. Okay, so we're right here. Nothing. Oh, there's only 2 more trains than our conductor. Oh, we can move. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. All right, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. Scavenger through all the books, titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order. But this one is the user guide to the Mirage Express. My lips are getting dry. The train we're currently on. You think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. So let's make a note of this. Mirage Express is added to your inventory. That's neat. Shadow logs when after everything. I gotta read this again. You should really confront Vector and SPO before moving on. Ah, shit, I should have read that. Or are you just saying that because you want to look at the books longer? Either way, we should get back to the investigation. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they... I'm fetching it? My meat cleaver? Confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. Sorry. You actually tried to bring a knife on a train? I'm the man. I've authenticated. Tails, without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup stain apron, not a butcher. I think you had a knife on you. You definitely think you were the murderer? But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line, though. Can I take your order? Oh, yes, please. I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why did you show me the menu? Come on, Cobalt. Why would you tease them like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Hey, Cobalt, you made a fool of him. Come on, Cobalt. Smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? I mean, but oh, okay. Same thing again. Never mind. Nothing like cold cuts for our cold case. Let me know if you need anything good butchering. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply. It's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? What would it be? How about a poem about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The windows show the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Thanks. I actually liked that one. Huh? What would it be? Oh wait. It's just this again. So is there nothing else? Yeah, we read this already. Can I interrogate him now? Nothing else. So, the two of you don't believe us, huh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I would be proper detectives without examining the valid of your alibis. Cobalt and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play with Knuckles and SPO really was reading in the library card. After this, I'm going to take a break. I really need it. I'm sitting for 3 hours. So I continue to say, Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library card to visit Knuckles? We're preparing to present evidence if needed. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. ... What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoyed being social. But as we were instructed to mingle, I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car. So I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. And that brings our attention to you, SPO. Rouge entered the library card, found something, then left. You said he immediately started reading. But were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Huh? Once Samuel starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What's it about? What if it was embarrassing? What kind of thing do you think I read? You won't want to talk. I have a hunch on what the book might be. Kobo, would you help me out? All right. What book do you think? Yeah. There's only that one book that we have. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Okay, let's try and see if what we did in the assist mode helps. Okay, so that's what it does. That's what Invincible does. So far, we don't see any gaps. So does that hurt him? Okay, so this is what the assist mode does. It just makes you invincible and nothing hurts you. And that other part that we mentioned, no gaps. So that's one of the accessibility options. Now, we also had 50%. There are books scattered around the first floor for sure. But the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked the manual up and picked it back in the incorrect place. Charlie horse. This lack of attention to detail isn't normal. Normally like you, SPO. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Victor. I know you mean well, but I can't handle myself. Apologies, SPO. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. Yes. Sheldon would think the same thing too. In that case, we would like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Cobalt, if you don't mind. Could you ask SPO some questions about the manual? Just flip the pages and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz SPO about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Let's do the big page. Page 362. Okay, what efficient and extreme... Okay. Let me just clear my throat. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During the event, they can perform various tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arm can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passengers' safety, which Vector got his knife confiscated. Just like SPO's ace, that question. Cobalt, hit him with another one. Okay, which way do I choose? 89. What is the Mirage Express cancellation policy? No refunds, and you'll be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. This person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Cobalt. See if SPO can get 3 for 3. Gotcha. What punch should I pick? Last. Oral 4. What was implemented to support the conductor's duties and ease general train obligations? Intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot. It can also access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your test? Yes, totally. It's wild. You're able to retain all this information so quickly? A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'll be bragging about that. You clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too separate to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my body like that. Don't we want to support folks who read? You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. He answered all my questions calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Yeah, his expression. Well, you determined reading through the manual, so I suppose we can SBO. Is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading. Yes, it's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Cobalt? He's always putting me on the spot. Okay, Cobalt, think. You should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SBO reading. But what? Not sure what you're trying to say with that. Don't waste my time. Not sure that's right, Cobalt. What evidence do we have that shows someone else should have seen this while reading? Shadow's lock. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell. What this has to do with anything. We're up, Cobalt. Let's get our argument together. Okay, so the last time we did this, we did find out that we don't lose rings and Hazard doesn't hurt us. But it's at 25 free gas for 50%. So half of 25 is... Oh, shoot. Half of 25 is 12.5? Not enough rings. Okay. Rings to win 50%. So what is that supposed to mean? Maybe that's not working? We definitely have more than 50% of the rings. So we're gonna try this again. Okay, so that ring thing is something else. That is an incredible amount of rings. So obviously, yeah, we got it. Shadow walk through the library card to get... Let's just revert back to that. I want to disable invincibility, but I'll remove pitfalls. Shadow walked through the library card to get to the saloon, where he set the original high scores on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. SPO said he saw Shadow enter the library card, but he mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentioned that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SPO was fully seated reading his book for a good while at that point. Uh-oh, SPO. We should know Knuckles had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and SPO didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, I was a simply slip up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of a door opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense SPO desperate here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow return from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? How would SPO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SPO in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Cobalt. One that I would love for SPO to solve. You gotta believe me. That's cool. Demonitory? Demonitory. I think I'm gonna read that wrong. Demonitory. It's vanishing. I wasn't so involved with my books, I didn't notice Shadow passed back through the library card. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I asked you again, SPO. If you were there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library card? I wasn't. I didn't. Why does this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's on to something, but I don't see it. Was SPO simply sitting reading, or did somehow vanish not to notice Shadow return to the library card? What should I do? Oh, I'm gonna join Tails. Foxes stay together. No, I can't interrupt Tails while he's on to something. I'll let him continue the line of questioning and... Cobalt, my favorite and beloved employee, please protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuit will be... Why can't I read tonight? It's like, oh, it's late. Atrocious. Don't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued. Atrocious. No, that's atrocious, not atrocious. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails? We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. All right, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and SPO couldn't have seen one another? An overhead map of the layout of the library shows. All right, now let get my thoughts in order. Now I said I can be hurt, so. I did pretty well without the gaps. A library map. Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Ezreal and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you had a point. Looks like you have a point out. Where exactly on the map you mean? Where could SPO have been? Where could SPO have been for Shadow not to see him? That desk is sealed. I'm sure Shadow would have noticed. For Shadow not to see SPO. Oh, this one. For Shadow not to see SPO, as he was walking through the library car, where would SPO been seated? Not quite. For Shadow, not to, okay. That bookcase. I think Shadow would have noticed if shoot. For Shadow. Oh my gosh. Seriously, am I gonna go through all of these? Interesting. That's where I was sitting. Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon, SPO was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and SPO couldn't have seen one another from this spot because of the bookcases in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen SPO or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow return, SPO. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping to speak telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you for both answering all of my questions. You did it. Another pair of alibis verified. Validated. I'm adding new words. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself up at the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, your work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. What about Blaze? Oh, seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then our next cue to leave. See you later, SPO, Vector and SPO. Give him a heck, and if you need any meat chopped, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. The murder is loose, while the doors kept getting locked. Tick tock tock goes the clock. Our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective's ability. We're really doing this. Come on, Cobalt, let's see what's next. Coming. On to the next car. Are you sure you don't want to stay and look at all these great books any longer? Wait, you sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? There's one more look around. You can never spend too much time in the library. Okay, so it looks like it's all just the same thing all over again. Oh. Of course, okay. Okay, the investigation continues. Casino car. All the stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Rouge, there you are. We have a lot to say to you. Yeah. We're visiting every train car so far, and everyone said they've seen you wander about. It's high time you told us why. My. Talk about a woman welcome. Quick to the point, aren't you, darling? And I see you brought the microwave master with you. Oh, please, don't let that be my legacy. Yeah, that's right. Folks have brought you up a lot. Can you explain? ... Rouge, we're gonna need the help. Blaze? Alright, I've been hunting for treasure, rumored to be stored here on the train. Treasure? They certainly didn't tell me about the treasure in the interview. Since I'm part business tycoon, I've never seen that word before. Prevent here? of fine, collectibles. I knew I had to find it. Tell him what it is, Rouge. All right, well, it's a Fabergé chow egg. Wow, that does sound extravagant. But please do tell me you accepted Amy's birthday invite only to find that egg. When we can have multiple goals. I gave Amy her birthday present already, so everything well taken care of. She wrote me in the hunt immediately. I stayed here while she searched train cars for clues. I deducted the Fabergé chow egg is here in this train car, locked in a safe. Wait, so the treasure is real? It's actually here? And what did you manage to find, Rouge? Oh well, why don't you both take a look? I found the train's blueprints in the library car with the safe code written right on top. The score of a lifetime. Sorry. Tails. The train blueprint? Please, Rose. Let us see that. Finders keeper, sweetheart. There's a problem. You need your assistant. What kind of problem? The elevator is behind the security guard. Leads us right to the room holding the Fabergé chow egg. We're not getting anywhere without the guard's access card. We need a plan to get that card to use the elevator, and our chance of success grows with everyone's help. So you want us to help you steal the Fabergé chow egg? Blaze, you don't have a problem with this? I see no issue here. Sounds like a fine business venture. Her lore card must be influencing her decisions here. Either that or breaking the rules must be refreshing for a princess. Cobalt, do you have an opinion on this? It's time for the 5-finger discount. Stealing is, yeah. Well, I suspect that both Blaze and Cobalt are in. Okay, let's get that Fabergé egg. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the chow part. That's the ticket. Happy to have you both on the team. Now, we must plan. Oh boy. What have we gotten ourselves into? Access to Fabergé chow egg room is behind a locked elevator door. The security guard has access to the access card. Do we distract the guard? Distract him perfectly. We're all charming enough for that to work. That was actually a really nice thing to say. Cobalt, is everything okay? I've never seen you smile like that. You just met me. Seems that they don't know how to take a compliment. I'm gonna be in a casino. My poker face needs to work. Okay, who's distracting the security guards? Blaze. Think you can distract the guards, Blade? It's my life. I've never let a single person down. I will be flattered. I won't fire. Great. Her voice was so sick. I have chills. Well, I trust her. Moving on. What's the distraction? The claw machine is stuck. Yeah. Who put the claw machine in a casino? People do put claw machines in casino. This will work great as a distraction. Let's continue the plan. The guard's distracted. Rouge, how will you get the access card? Pick their pocket. I'll snag the access key, no problem. The child's a uniform won't notice a thing. Excellent, we can count on you, Rouge. Try not to take anything else from them. If you can help it. No promises. But the conductor did catch her stealing before, so... With the card obtained, we need to get Blaze out of there. Cobalt, what's your plan? Say there's a drink without a coat. Pretend you're playing the spouse. What you got now? Then you be marrying into the royal family? What is your heritage? Any war crimes that you know about? Well, what? Well, you dress far too plain. You need to completely refashion immediately. You know what? Maybe you should try something else. Interesting. You've given up far too easy as well. You have to work on your fortune. I say we try something else. What's with the car obtained? We need to get Blaze out of there. Cobalt, what's your plan? Say there's a drink without a coaster. Absolutely vile. I think of nothing worse. Despicable. I would never allow such a thing in my kingdom. The guards would go running immediately. I'm sure of it. Great, and with the guards distracted, we'll head over to the elevator. And just like that, we'll all make it in the elevator. Inside, we pop some apple cider. Sing victory a cappella. No, that's a proper victory. Oh no. Last security measure we didn't account for. What do we do about the mechanical arm attack from the ceiling? I have tails to say with them. I should be able to disengage them. I just need some time. Well then, lead us nicely to our next question. Oh no, Tails is taking a while, and the arms are tightening their grips. Pretend nothing wrong. Imagine you're not in pain. Try and hope. Imagine. Tails manages to do it. Darling, I'm happy to say this plan is perfect. If everyone is ready, it's time to execute. I'm ready. Let's begin. Tails, all right. Let's see what's up that elevator. There's an elevator on a train. I knew the plan would go off without a hitch. We couldn't have made it this far without you both. You may have gratitude. Our plan beforehand was very thorough, I must admit, and it was executed to perfection. Enough chatter. Now we claim our real prize. I have a safe code right here on these blueprints. Let's claim our Fabergé Chow egg. No question, this has to be the safe of our treasure. Enter the code in the blueprint and find out, Rouge. On it, sweetheart. Let's see. 240401. Oh, wow. It's here. I have it. All right, before anyone sees us, let's get out of here. Hold on, kiddo. We can't be so hasty. You truly think that's all there is to this egg? No further secrets whatsoever? You spit it out. What are you hiding? Only 3 of these eggs were made, each hiding their own individual secret. No one knows the secret because anyone who opens one of these have never lived to tell the tale. You can open the egg? You sure can. And all of you will bear witness to its secret. Rouge, I don't know if you should. All you need to do is twist it. Tick, 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 tick. Hills, ... Cobalt, ... Blaze, ... Rouge, ... Oh no. Rouge, has anyone lived to tell the secret age? Because each egg is a bomb. I think you're onto something, kid. It sure sounds like a bomb. You need to dispose of that egg now. Dispose of it after all of our hard work? Rouge! Fine. What do we do with it? Where do we put the thing? It's an actual question. What do we do with a bomb? Oh my gosh. How's the egg there? Open it up. Throw it and lock it in the safe. Quick, back with. I'm fine. Let's go back in. Tails, the safe won't lock. The door's staying open. What? Close the door and twist the dial. Obviously am. There must be some weird way to relock the door. There's no other buttons or dial. How are you supposed to? We don't have time to mess with this. Think of something else. Rock the egg to sleep. Twist the egg again. Great idea. Stop, that's clearly not working. Let's think of something else. Finish. Let it finish sticking and see what happens. Are you insane? Do you want us just to blow up? We need to dispose of the bomb, Cobalt. That's our goal. Listen. I got that. But what if the egg isn't a bomb? Wait, what? Wait, that's right. Cobalt, I think you're onto something. Huh? That's right. Spit it out, kiddo. We don't have any time. Oh, it's just SPO did something interesting when we quizzed him about the train's manual. Sorry. Okay, what's the efficiency and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events that can perform various tasks and are reasonable for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. A robotic arm can detect weapons or explosions being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Those robotic arms that attacked us in the elevator seem to have a lot of functions here on the train. If a bomb was brought onto the train disguised as a Fabergé chow egg, the arms would have detected it. It would have allowed it on. The only other person who would know the coming and going of the train is the conductor, and he surely wouldn't allow such a thing either. So if we're out of options, I think we should wait and see what happens. ... Okay, we wait. ... from Rouge. Okay. ... The egg, it opened. It's hollow. It's not a bomb at all. You both really were onto something. Phew. My. Well, that one way to get heart racing. I completely relieved. My hunch was right, thankfully. I looked in, and look what's inside. Wow, look at that sparkle. And it's so heavy, too. The final secret of the Fabergé egg is a chow covered in gems. It's perfect. It's exquisite. It's revolutionary. Is she drooling all over the sparkly ornament? Though I must admit, it is stunning. You said no one lived to tell the Fabergé chow egg's secret. Wonder why if the egg wasn't a bomb? Because they weren't as tough as us. I don't know. Who cares? What a precious treasure of beauty to behold, Rouge said. Cobalt. Maybe they naturally died of old age and just kept the secret with them. Tails, as much fun as this has been, we should get out of here before we're spotted. Blaze, good call. Let's go. Really, that was such a distraction of the investigation. I wanted to. No one seemed to suspect anything, and the security guard is back at their post. Hopefully they subdued the drink coaster fiend okay. Thank you for both of your assistance. That hunt was exactly the thrill I was seeking. Sailing was strangely fun, but I prefer to never do it again. Now Rouge. Rouge? Cobalt. She completely absorbed in that bedazzled chow. What is it, darling? About those blueprints. Now that you have done with them, maybe we could take a look? Well, I appreciate your assistance. It's, as I said, finders keepers. We need them a little longer in case I miss any other treasure. But I promise to let you take a peek later. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I'm sure you'll get sweetheart. You can add whatever sweetheart to the end of the sentence to make things better. But I don't think there is any reason with her. She's more powerful than me. Well, well, we'll get out of your way for now then. We have a murder mystery to attend to. Before you go, Shadow gave me and Rouge one of these. He passed through earlier. A key. Let me unlock the door so you can continue forward. You know, we've had a lot of people mention you, Rouge, but we also have just as much suspense about Shadow. Suspect Shadow. He's unpredictable, that one. Good luck to you. That door's unlocked. Both of you stay safe. Thanks again. Will do. Come on, Cobalt. Let's head out. Gotcha. The mystery continues. Oh, wait. The capabilities of these arms are quite spectacular. I'm impressed every time I see them. Can't help but wonder how they're controlled. I don't know. The character was ordering it around a bit earlier. At the very least, things operate much smoother with them here. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, that's true. They're very versatile. Dr. Inman built a lot of casinos to run around in, but I've never actually sat down to play any for fun. Want to play Backtrack? I don't know how to play that. It's easy, let me show you. Oh, Cobalt, we simply don't have the time for this. We must avenge Sonic. Very good point. Should I give the slot machine a try? Alright, let's see. Big money, big money. Oh, I lost. Do we try again? Big money. One more time. Oh, well, what do you expect to happen if you keep playing? Big money. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this time. You'll see. Well, I lost. Maybe next time I'll get it. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome, right? You know what that sounds like? It sounds like shiny hunting in Pokemon. I'm starting to get worried over here. Don't worry, Tails. I got it this time. Oh, I lost. Do I try it again? I just clipped that. I just have to. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out later. Oh, that's all perfect. All right. No, move on. Whew, I was starting to get worried about you. Let's go. Thanks again for helping earlier. Now, what can I do for you, darlings? Your alibi. You think you can go over your alibi with us again? Once Amy paired Blaze and I up, I merely roped her in on my Fabergé egg hunt. We split up on the casino car, and I went searching for the blueprint. Then I went back through the library and saloon cars. Saloon cars? Till I found it in the library card. Did you see Sonic at all during your search? Sonic? No, I don't believe so. I remember him in the dining car at the beginning. Do you have anything to support that claim? Listen, plenty of people saw me poking around, and I had the blueprint on me. I already had time to chase Sonic down, murder him, and find the blueprint myself. Well, we appreciate your answer to our questions, Rouge. You take care now. Likewise, darling. Pulling off that heist was much more enjoyable than the rest of these casino games. Your alibi? Do you think you could go over your alibi again with us, please? When Amy began the murder mystery, what did you do? Sure, we left the dining car and Rouge pulled me aside to talk about the Fabergé chow egg. We walked and talked the casino car, where we then went our separate ways. I scoped around and discovered the egg was here. After that, I played the slot machines. The train did a sudden jolt, which was odd, but I didn't leave the car. I gave Amy her present when she stopped by. Shadow passed through as well, but it was a brief. He gave me the exit key and left. Interesting. Do you have any sort of proof that you were playing the slots? I do actually. I kept winning, so I saved the cash-out ventures. You can take a look. Let's see here. 14,000 credits. That's an enormous payout. How did you? I'm just naturally lucky, I suppose. That smirk. She's so self-aware. Well, thanks for your time, Blaze. Anytime, Tails. You tell Cream I said hi, won't you? Ah, they mentioned Cream. Of course, can do. Maybe she was just way too young. Okay, ready to get going? Maybe after a few more games? Don't let this unsolved mystery slow you down. Yeah, play the slots. Have you ever heard of the sunk cost fallacy? The sunk cost fallacy? Phenomenon whereby a player is reluctant to abandon a strategy of course of action because they have investigated heavily in it, even when it's clear that the abandonment would be more beneficial. Of course I've heard of it. Why do you ask? No reason. All right, big money, big money. Why loss? Do I do it again? No, let's move on. Ooh, I was starting to get worried about you. Let's go. All right. Let's find Shadow. Let's do it. Lounge car. Now, as good as time as any to clean out my pockets. I know you won't talk, but I know exactly why you've been locking these doors. It's hard to get a word in as you talk over me. I have my reasons. No reasons is convincing enough. It's inconceivable what you did. Hey, what's going on? I see you made it here, Tails. But I didn't expect the Iron Chef as well. We'll see what you say when your microwave chili dog's delicious. I also like to know why you've been locking doors through the train, Shadow. Well, it seems Amy already knows, so ask her. I'm not saying a thing. You lot will have to tell me why. Now, if you could leave me be, I have an appointment coming up. An appointment? Who wants to meet with him? Well, Code, it seems Shadow isn't going to talk. Let's do some investigating. All right. Ready to find some answers, Tails? Indubitably, my dear Cobalt. Let's check this. Cobalt, could you open the wardrobe, please? Sure. Wait, is there a reason you want me to open it? Do it? What if something falls out, or worse, someone leaps out? I just think you should do it. Open it for Tails. All right, watch a pro. Coxo. I love Tails' expression there. All this such you opened the door too fast. It blew everywhere. There's a robot arm just doing its thing. The envelope. Do you have any power over these arms? As an employee, do you have any power over these arms? Why did I say envelope? Can you tell it to do something? Oh no, but I'll give it a shot. Hey, robotic arm, can you bring me a cold chaos cola? Nope, not listening to me. I'm quite parched too. I could run and get you a chow soda for you. Chaos soda for you. I know, I'll be alright. Thanks, Tails. I'm the one that's supposed to be working here after all. They told us about this interview. Told this in my interview. The lounge has a computer complete with internet access for casual browsing. How lovely. Seems convenient. It is. A shame to be on the computer and missing these gorgeous views, though. I feel like it's using the computer here. You must really need to use it. I guess talk to Amy. Glad you two finally caught up. I'm surprised it took you so long to get here. I thought you wanted to save Sonic. We've been thorough. Do you have any clues for us? Just a hot tip, but all will be revealed in due time. I think we'll be shedding a big light on this whole case. Hold on, I just wanna... I want to prevent any raids for an hour. Could you please tell us? No way. Journalist reporter Amy Rose is always first to reveal a scoop. Now, when you're ready to challenge Shadow, talk to him. Then I'll be ready. So curious what it is. She seems confident. We're holding you to it. Will you hold us to it? I'm getting closer to the scoop of the century. I can feel it. Hey, it's the Big Chow Band. Play us a diggity. Deity. You don't miss it. Those Chow understand music. A keyring must be Shadow, a locksmith. Interesting, there are only 2 keys. I figure a locksmith would have a bunch. Want to take it? Yeah, let's take it. Keyring is added to your inventory. Printer. Seems the printer is hooked up to the computer. Can we print something? Sonic singing a song. Huh? The printer is surprisingly tricky to use. Tricky? Yeah, the user interface isn't very clear, but I won't let it stump me there. And there you go. Yep, this is exactly what I asked for. Quietly set this back in the paper printer. Sonic rowing a boat. Hang on. I think I remember which button to press. It's really that complicated? Have you ever had a printer work when you wanted it to? Fair enough. And there, worked like a charm. Here you go. This is exactly what I asked for. And I'm quietly set this back on the printer. Why did you come over here? There's nothing I can help you with. There's nothing I can help either of you with. I ask that you leave me be. They're so cold. You know, maybe we should get out of here, actually. Oh, we certainly will not. There's nothing I can... same thing. Let's take his order. Yeah, take your order. I'll take you up on that coffee. I'll be right back in the dining room. I'll whip that right up. A coffee on a train? There's no better combination. Some marshmallows would make it perfect. Sure. Took every muscle in his body to agree with Tails. Okay. Question for moi. You know the journalist can't be the murderer, remember? We've learned the train with confiscate any weapons brought on board. But you had your hammer this whole time. That's a good point. Uh-huh. Simple. The birthday girl gets what the birthday girl wants. And I don't go anywhere without my hammer. Birthday law? We should have known. Everyone knows the birthday rule. Makes sense to me. Now, no more questions. When you're ready to challenge Shadow, talk to him. I'll be ready. Never mind. Oh, window. Wow, Tails, you have to check this out. Oh, look, Big made it in. These windows are huge. What a view. I didn't realize this train would drive along the coast. Spectacular, isn't it? I just want to hop out and take a dip in the ocean. If this train wasn't so nice to be on, I agree. Despite the murderer lingering in the air. I just thought the same thing. Okay. And then do interrogate him. Wait. That's something here? No. There was no trash can in the last one. Tails? No. Tails, I think we should check the trash bin. Every trash bin has been empty. You've been disappointing every time. Are you going to get sad if there's nothing in the trash bin, Cobalt? There's always something in the trash bin. Alright, let's check the trash bin. Wait, what's this? Ha ha! Someone printed out the front page of a ticket website. Is it for the band Hot Honey? Interesting. Hot Honey is one of Amy's favorite bands. Who cares what it is? Let's add it to our inventory. Are we sure this isn't just trash? I'll let you have this. There's always success if you check the trash bin. Crumpled paper is added to your inventory. I did not check at the casino. Can I go back? No, we can't. All right. Let's interrogate Shadow the Hedgehog. Why did you both come here? Start interrogating. I don't think we've... Oh, Bugdance is playing Red Dead. I don't think we have enough evidence yet. Why don't we look around a little bit more first? Oh. Do you see this? A pull string? Cobalt? What? Is it gonna activate something? What the? The back of the whole wardrobe opened. There's a full passageway back here. Come on, we have to see where this leads. He's curious. This means something big. This is the library. There's a secret package from the lounge to the library. I don't believe it. Shh. Quick, back to the passage before they spot us. So that's how Shadow. They're all instruct. We need to add that to our inventory. Hidden passage is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's interrogate Shadow and find out what really happened. That's why SPO didn't see Shadow. Why did you come over here? Shadow, we have a question for you. Will you three get out? I'm busy. As I said, I have an appointment to attend to. Sorry, but this is important. Shadow, we've questioned everyone on this train, and every single person has mentioned running into you. You've been you've been locking every door in this train, and I know why. Tails is shocked. So am I. Shadow is, pray tell, why was I locking all the doors? Easy, so no one can get through, and he can only get through the, what's it called? Library door, undetected by SPO to get into the restaurant thing. Time to reveal my hot tip. Hope everyone's ready for the scoop found by yours truly. We're ready. According to the map, the next car is the conductor's car, where Sonic was stationed. This door right here in the lounge car is the only door that leads to the conductor's car. Following? So Shadow was locking all the doors for one reason and one reason alone. To keep Sonic from escaping the conductor's car. Cobalt is shocked. And Tails replies by, "You think Shadow was trapping Sonic?" "I sure do. He locked the conductor's car, then locked all the others, so one locked door wasn't suspicious." Pure conjunction. Conjunctor? "You all get out and leave me be." Well, my source can back up these claims. They will remain anonymously, but I think the point stands. My source claims they never saw Sonic after he went to the conductor's car. Why? Because he was trapped and couldn't leave the conductor's car. Reckless suspicious. Reckless. I said that word earlier. Speculation. Is a logic sound though? Was Shadow tripping Sonic? I'll play along and follow this train of logic, Amy. If Shadow did lock the door to the conductor's car, imprisoning Sonic, then how was Sonic found in the dining car? Exactly. I think Cobalt and I can explain the car change, however. Shadow, ... Cobalt, what evidence do we have that shows Sonic could have gotten to the dining room car? Okay, just got my thoughts in order. Cobalt and I found a hidden passage in the wardrobe that leads right to the library card. What? A secret passage? So someone could have used this passage, snuck through the library card, walked past the distracted boys playing arcade, and safely arrive in the dining car. Exactly. Excellent work, Cobalt. This adjusts my theory a bit. So Shadow murdered Sonic in the conductor's car and then thought the crime scene being so close to the station was suspicious? Shadow picked up Sonic, locked the door to the conductor's car on the way out, and dropped the body off at the dining car? Cobalt shocked. Are you officially accusing Sonic of murder? I am, but of course, this is just a theory, a game theory. And I don't have any evidence to back this up, other than my hot scoop. Seems Tails and I were more thorough than you. If Shadow's not going to talk, then I humor you once again. If Shadow traveled through the hidden passage and appeared in the library card, then how did Espio and Vector not see him? Well, I suppose it would be hard to sneak around two people. Cobalt, do you have any other guess? Oh, Espio and Vector didn't see Shadow because Espio was reading. I believe Espio was reading. Espio was behind a bookshelf at a table reading. Shadow was shocked. Espio reading in the library checks out, and that's what he told me too. He's lying. What was that, Shadow? When I completely obliterated Knuckle and Vector, and that's whatever game I left. Let me read that again. When I completely obliterated Knuckles and Vector at that whatever game, I left the saloon car. I spent some time looking for Espio, but he was not there. He was not in the library car. Like I believe you're currently my #1 suspect. Why are you even searching for Espio, huh? Shadow. You must know. I need to give him a key. As if, why would a locksmith be giving away his key? Shadow has been giving away a lot of keys, actually. Everyone but us seemed to have one. That's true. Everyone been able to unlock the door, the next door for us. I didn't know that. Shadow's been passing out keys? Perhaps. Cobalt and I can further validate Shadow's claim. But we can? Cobalt, what evidence supports Shadow's claim that he was giving keys away? Shadow's two-ring key, dangling keys. There are only two more. That feels good. Now to get my thoughts in order. Think! There's only one reason that exactly two keys on that ring. Those were the two keys Shadows meant to give Espio and Vector. No way. Well, what of his own keys? Couldn't one of those be for him? I have my own key on me. Interesting. So let's say Shadow's telling the truth. Then what? So if Shadow didn't murder Sonic and bring him to the dining car, then what possible reason could he have for locking all the doors? ... She's right. Her theory is strong. Tails and I certainly haven't presented any possibilities. Is Shadow really innocent in Sonic's murder? I think Cobalt and I know exactly why Shadow was locking all the doors. Why does he keep including me too? First, Amy, I just have one question for you. Has everyone today given you a birthday present? Oh, most everyone, yeah. Everyone's been so sweet. Shadow. Just, Shadow and Sonic haven't given me anything yet. But that's okay. Just them being here is enough. Understood. Thank you, Amy. Cobalt? Why don't I have a character? Just a little avatar thing right there. Yes, Tails? I have a theory, but I need a piece of evidence to support it. We know Shadow walked through every train car locking their exits, and he gave everyone stationed in the car a key. Except for you, me, and Amy. That's right. The conductor gave Amy her birthday key, not Shadow. So why would he lock all the doors and not give us a key? Shadow couldn't find us because we were locked in, maybe, but Shadow knew Amy. You and I started in the dining car. He couldn't give us a key if he wanted to. That's a compiling argument. So maybe weren't we were locked in that thing. Was Shadow locking all the doors to keep us away? Not us, Cobalt. I'm making a leap here by sticking with me. I think Shadow was trying to keep Amy away. Amy ... What? Excuse me? Shadow will never do that. It's my birthday. You know it's my birthday, right? Don't you, Shadow? How dare you? Cobalt, show me the evidence. Huh? If Shadow was trying to keep me away, prove it. You've been so thorough or whatever. What proof do you have? Okay. Tails thinks Shadow was trying to keep Amy away. Why? What evidence shows what Shadow didn't want Amy to know? That feels right. Just organize my thought. Think. Maybe that 50-50 is an amount of rings. So it was actually 64 I was supposed to get. No way to test it right now. But I think that's what it is for the accessibility portion. You went rooting through the trash. Huh? What is that? We found this in the trash bin next to the printer. It's a band ticket. It's a band's tickets website. Tails, don't. Yes, this is for Hot Honey's website. No way, I love them. Hot Honey. It's the band I'm certainly obsessed with. Jeremy B is signed. My current favorite. All the members have B after their name. Yes, isn't it cute? I haven't gone to any of their shows yet. To see them though, their tickets are really hard to get. You have to be ready online at a specific time, and they sell out in minutes. So the question becomes, why was this paper found in the train car Shadow was stationed in? Watch yourself, Fox. The situation is becoming much clearer. I don't know how Tails figured things out so soon, but I'd like to see where he's heading. The printout of the Hot Honey Band tickets website existed because Shadow was blind. Shadow was blind, the tickets were Amy. What? Shadow, is this true? Are you trying to get me concert tickets for my birthday? I've done a poor job hiding surprise, it seems. Yes, I'm trying to get you concert tickets for your birthday. Cobalt shrugged. Shadow! I used that printer earlier and found it's difficult to manage. When logging onto that website, did you print the homepage by accident? Yes, that's exactly what happened. Long stream? Yes, it is. I'm not fascinated with computers, admittedly. I can't believe this. After I accused you of murder? Spill everything, Shadow. The cat's out of the bag. I want to know everything. Fine. The surprise is ruined anyway. Probably our fault there. Sorry. That's all detective job is. Well, when I arrived on the train, I realized everyone else had a gift except for me. Worried for my social status, I immediately began brainstorming ideas and saw the computer. I remembered Amy had never seen Hot Honey live and looked it up. That's when I accidentally printed the homepage. The concert tickets weren't actually on sale, I realized, but would be available soon. Is that the appointment you keep speaking of? The time you're able to actually buy the concert tickets? Precisely. I haven't purchased the tickets yet. I knew I had to keep Amy away while I was waiting to buy tickets, so I began to locking all the doors. Oh. But for the safety of everyone, I had to hand out keys so they could get in and out, telling them not to let anyone through. It didn't work. Amy still managed to make it here somehow. It's because the conductor gave me this. Her birthday key. This key opens up any door on the train. I've gotten through every locked door with ease. You can run Red Dead on map settings. Fine. For the second, I open my mod menu for better graphics. Yep. I noticed you opening and reopening it on Steam. The plan failed. The birthday key. Fatally flawed. I guess you should have guessed. It's a well-known privilege. Shadow, your gesture is so sweet, and after I accused you too. And about this, let's buy the tickets later, and to make it up a few, you can come with me. I don't know if too late it's happening. I can't wait, the show of a lifetime. Fine. Happy birthday, Amy. I expect a lot of pictures from the concert of you two. Seems that the mystery of shadow locking doors has reached the end. I blame my sources for all this. This wasn't a hot tip at all, leading me to believe Shadow was behind everything. My credibility as a journalist reporter down the drain. Amy, I'm curious, who is the source for your big scoop? I would like to know as well. Sorry, strictly confidential. My credibility may be short, but my principles must stay intact. I have a strong feeling I know exactly who your source is. Huh? But we need to investigate one last area, the conductor's car. I'll come with you. I'd love to know who's been dragging my name through the mud. And I'll join as well. It's time to see through to the end. But more than happy to have you both. Cobalt, I hate to admit it, but I believe our investigation is finally coming to a close. The pieces are coming together. The full picture is becoming clearer and clearer. Let's end this, Tails. We'll pin down Sonic's murder for good. Right on. Then let's do it. I want to finish this game, Hug. Ready to go to the conductor's car? After a few more songs, I wonder if the band takes request. Give us your jam. That's the spirit. I feel reawakened. Okay, let's go. Let's finish this. It's now or never. Conductor car. Should have really sorted out my evidence before I continued. In my short time walking on this train, I haven't visited the conductor car yet. Feels empty. Wait, where's the conductor? That's odd. I haven't seen him through the train at all. Last we saw him was when he left the dining car. Something clearly happened here. Nothing we can't figure out. Come on, time to investigate. Let's crack on. Wow, the conductor looks so young in his uniform. He's been here a long time. After 32 years, he told me he's finally retiring. He said he's headed to spend going out with his wife. I hope they have a great trip. 32 years is a long time. I wish them a lot of happiness. May any future sorrow be fleeting. Yes, I wish that too. Trash can. You know, I'm alright. I don't need to check the trash bin. You're satisfied with finding clues here before, huh? I know they say always check the trash bin, but I'm good. I'll go out on a high note. This robot arm has been completely torn off. Yuck, how creepy. That arm is powerful. It's been tough to break out of its grip. A lot of people here have the strength to tear this off, but the question is, why? A confrontation definitely occurred in this room. We should log this. Aye, aye, sir. Broken robot arm is added to your inventory. Did this fall over when the train sped up? Not sure. Wait. What did it say on the mug? A cup of joe in your hand, wife by your side, paradise. Alright, we get it. He loves his wife. Isn't it odd we haven't seen the conductor since the dining car? I figured he had to drive the train the entire time. I guess the same, but the tracks quickly sped up is odd, and we currently don't know where he is. Hope he's alright. Admittedly, I do miss his laugh. Like Eggman. Before we talk to Amy, I think we should keep looking around for clues. Oh, good call. What's this? Was someone playing darts? That's not a throwing dart. That's a blow dart. Ah, someone tranquilized them. Someone brought a weapon onto this train. That shouldn't be possible. Oh, that's right. The train detects any weapons on a passenger before landing them board. Let's make a note of this. Blow dart is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's talk to Amy and solve this once and for all. No, we still have these. I've noticed a string screens throughout the entire train. Yeah, they use information and advertisement. They're nice, the pictures is really clear. I want to watch a full movie in one. I saw a slide that said, "Happy birthday, Amy." That one was so cute. The next ad being for nasal medication was a little jarring though. A high quality screen probably didn't do that ad any favors. Not at all, perhaps too much detail. Oh, I thought I could turn that on. A microphone. We could talk to the whole train with this. Should I say something? If you can hear this, your instincts are bebugs and Cobalt. Are you reaching for the mic? Just offering our guests some musical entertainment. That was impressive, Cobalt. Thank you for sharing. And there's the console. I don't recognize these robot arms could have also drive the train. Yeah, but they can't access every function on the train like the conductor can. Did they teach you how to drive it? Oh no, just how to work the microwave. I just realized some of these functions, maybe I could drive the train. I would completely trust you to drive the train. Same actually. It's true, you could drive the train flawlessly. Aw, you guys. Alright, talk to Amy. Wait, you think you have enough evidence for me to call everyone here? It's high time we named a suspect. What do you think, Cobalt? Ready to solve this case? No. There has to be a vent. It's a large one. Seems like at least one person can fit through. Not a problem for me, but I'm not sure how you get up there. Wait, why wouldn't it be a problem for you? Tails. Shadow. Amy. The tail, right? All right. Let's gather everyone here to find out who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Hello, everyone, and this is the birthday girl speaking. Please report to the conductor car at once. Everyone. Wonderful to have you all here. Tails and I are ready to announce our prime suspect. With assistance from Cobalt. Why hasn't Sonic showed up? Huh? Vector? Really quick, can you come with me to get Sonic? He must be still pretending to be dead, lazy bum. Ready, let's go get him. No, he actually is hurt. Let me tell you, darlings, this has been a delight. A delight? The air in here is so intense, I love it. Nothing like the thrill of a mystery. The train has been so many amenities. I feel so catered to. Admittedly, I've been having a lot of fun myself. The amusement of a chase. I see why you're a detective outside of this mystery, SPO. You and I love a good thrill, it seems, SPO said. But on this train, I'm but a humble poet. I'll be willing to do an event like this again. I say here's a train does escape rooms as well. I think Sonic really just hurt himself and all this was just nothing. No one did anything. I love escape rooms. Count me in. I'm so glad everyone is having a good time. Maybe we could ride a train just to relax sometime. Yeah, that'll be fun too. Amy. Who's everyone's all exclamation point. What in the world? That's Amy's voice. Quick, where's Amy? Oh, well, he's not responding to us. Sonic! Sonic! What? Is he hurt? Why isn't he moving? Sonic, can you hear us? He's banged up. Is there a pulse? It's weak. Set him down, Vector. Make sure his head is propped up. I'll help you. I know one of you I know one of you would take this too far. I knew one of you would take this too far. Which one of you did this to Sonic on my birthday, no less? Could this really be one of us? There's no one else here, Knuckles. So I'll ask again, which one of you did this? Yeah, Blaze, question. Oh, this is inexcusable, Sonic. Sonic's hurt. I'm going to expose the monster who did this. Tails is not having it. I thought Sonic could handle anything, but somehow he met his match. I'm going to help. Blaze, I'm going to help you get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Me too. Everyone, I'm going to figure out who exactly what happened in this room and punish the one responsible. Sonic. He really was hurt this whole time, and I did nothing. Oh yeah, she was there. I'm righting my wrongs. I must take down the murderer. Tails, Cobalt, I have a big question to ask. Who in this room did this? Who killed Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh boy. I mean, this can't be right. Neither Tails and I can be the murderer. That's right. Let me pick again. Who did this? I want to say SPO. Because also SPO or even Vector could have taken that secret passage. SPO, you were the one to murder Sonic the Hedgehog, weren't you? Vector, I did no such thing, my young friend. But if it's a battle of wits you wish, I would love to discuss things. Let's discuss. What the? You're accusing SPO? We already talked about this. The man was reading. You have nothing. Restating SPO's alibi would be helpful for everyone, I think. SPO was locked in the library card reading. You only had access to the saloon card during the murder. However, new evidence have come to light that needs to be addressed. New evidence? Oh, that's right. Cobalt, could you fill everyone in? What did we find that brings into question SPO's alibi? We discovered a secret passage. SPO could have left the library at any time because Tails and I found a hidden passage from the library car to the lounge car. The lounge car, a hidden passage exit behind the wardrobe. I feel lucky we even found it. Not only would SPO avoid any locked doors, but that would put him in the car just before this one. You have no evidence I used any secret passage. I answered all your questions without flaw. He can't climb on walls, and he said that, so he could easily just snuck by them on the ceiling. I answered all the questions without flaw. I was reading the entire time, remember? It's true, you didn't miss a question. But I think Cobalt and I can explain that too. How did SB know everything from the train manual he was reading? A ninja like him speed reads. A ninja? SB is a ninja. He's fluent in 17 different languages. Really? And remarkable and disciplined. What are you getting at? You picked a random book from the shelf and memorized it, just to guarantee your clean alibi. What? That's an absurd. Memorizing a whole book? I know this is a talented bunch, but that seems like a lot. I don't know, it's plausible. SPO is particularly skilled. I knew SPO a long time. He once sped read a book, and I was reading just to spoil the ending for me. If I'm alright, and SPO's quick memorization of a book before entering the hidden passage, then SPO could have met Sonic at the conductor's car where he was murdered. Since we were talking about in What If, let me throw something at you. How was I to know about this hidden passage? It's hidden. That's right. How would SPO ever know it was there? You said it yourself, kid. You were lucky to even find the passage. Cobalt and I might not have the evidence to answer your question, but we know someone who does, Cobalt. Who here has evidence to prove SPO knows? Who here has evidence to prove SPO knows about the hidden passage. One of these two, so Shadow. That wasn't expected to have in mind. Espio. What? Can't be these two because they were. Rouge, we need to see those blueprints. Blueprints? You stole blueprints? Whatever, I already used the skill for more treasures. Came up cold. You can have it. Blueprints are added to your inventory. This, right here, is a blueprint to the entire train. Espio could have easily used this to find the hidden passage. What makes you think they even saw those blueprints? Rouge had them. Oh, Cobalt, do you have an answer for him? How could Ezreal have seen the old blueprints? Rouge, where did you find those blueprints? In the library card. It was stuffed with the brochures. I checked the saloon car first and then found the blueprints after leaving. So that means Ezreal had to find the blueprints and discover the hidden passage. In my theory, Ezreal looked at the blueprints and then used the hidden passage to get to Sonic. Without Amy's guidelines, the murderer could kill a single participant, whoever they choose. The logistics are still vague, but Cobalt and I have evidence on how Sonic was murdered. I'm unsure how much harm Ezreal caused Sonic, but Cobalt and I have evidence on how it was done. Victor was shocked. Oh, that's rich. Pray tell. If I murdered If I murdered Sonic, how did I do it? Broken arm. Oh, 1 second thought. That doesn't seem right. How could Ezreal murder? Oh. That dart, ninja. Okay, now to form my argument. Come on, focus. You got Global. What would Sonic do? Yeah, I'm really gonna guess that 30 rings was originally supposed to be 40. That's why we have it set at 50 on the assist mode. This blow dart was found here in the conductor's room. I believe Espio used this to knock Sonic unconscious. So you mean Sonic might have been knocked out? So unsure, he's more banged up than what a blow dart would do. According to Amy's rules, a blow dart counts as a kill for the murder mystery. My theory, therefore, is plausible. Plausible, you say? Then why are there so many holes in it? You deny the allegations? Of course I do. Let me present the first fatal flaw. If I knock Sonic in the conductor's car, then how was Sonic found in the dining car? Oh, shoot, that's a good point. But Tails was onto something. I'm sure of it. I locked all the doors, and Ezreal didn't have a key. He would have had to take the hidden passage back. If he took the hidden passage back, he'd end up back in the library. Cobalt and I know another way he could have done it. We do? What piece of evidence do we have to take a closer look at? The map of the train. I don't think this. All right, now what's my argument? We're getting close. Think, Cobalt. Think. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let this die out. Let's test this theory. Let's put that to 100. Yep, that was right. All right, take a look. If SBO did take the Sega patches to get to the other dining cars, then what route did he take to get Sonic there? There's a path above the conductor's car, and it goes all the way to the dining car, the air vent. I didn't even see that area. Is that some sort of long attic? According to these blueprints, there's a hidden path in the ceiling that leads straight to the dining car. Perhaps you can access it. There's a vent over there. SBO's sweating. The vent, of course. That must be the entrance to the path. Allow me to check it out. My word. There's a path back there, and I track. There is a path back there, and I track. A track, huh? A track for robot arms, I think. This must be a path that the arms take to move throughout the train. So you're saying I somehow fit with Sonic in that van and took him to the dining car? Oh, shocked. Tails, you're a smart kid, so I know you realize we're both couldn't fit up there. SBO's right. This feeling flimsy, Tails. I need an answer. My name's getting dragged around here. How on earth would I get Sonic through that vent? I don't know. What could be used to carry Sonic through that vent? The arm. Now that I think about my argument, you could do this, Cobalt. You can do this. Oh, I didn't got the last two just like that. Everyone saw the broken arm on the ground, right? Clearly, a fight broke out here, and one of these arms was a casualty. What if one of the arms actually caught Sonic? Knuckles said there's a track the robot arms use to continue through the vent. A robot arm could have grabbed Sonic, passed out from a blow dart, and carried him to the dining car. Could that be true? Take a look at Sonic. He's clearly banged up. Couldn't they fight? Couldn't the fight have been between Sonic and the robot arm? Yeah, I could see that. Those arms do look powerful. Sonic doesn't fall easily. If he's still woozy from a blow dart, the arms could have gotten him. Interesting theory, Tails. But you have to admit, these are a lot of coincidences. I might not be able to link everything directly to SBO yet, but I have found one inconsistency. What kind of inconsistency? Someone here received false information and believed that information came from SBO. Who received that information? Not quite. Someone here received a hot scoop. Amy, you received a hot scoop, did you not? I think it's time you told us where the hot scoop came from. Tails, you're right. SBO lied to me. SBO told Shadow was locking doors to trap Sonic. But we found out Shadow was just trying to keep me from discovering my birthday surprise. That scoop came from you, SBO? No, of course not. Amy must have misheard. Expression, misheard you? Yes, I said, Sonic's going to get trapped of all these locked doors. I was looking out for my fellow passenger's safety. I don't blame Shadow. I don't know, SPO. What? Evidence might not be airtight, but there's a lot being thrown at you that makes sense. I have to agree. You want us to believe that you were lazy reading the whole time, or you were stationed in a room with a hidden passage? Yeah, and you're lying to me on my birthday of all days. I believe the murderer used the train controls to move Sonic from the conductor's car to the dining car and lied to Amy, casting further blame on Shadow for no other reason than to cause the doubt and confusion. When examining everyone's alibi, one clearly stands out as the weakest. I believe it is clear to everyone that it only could be one person. There I am. It was you, SPO. You were the one who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Look at Amy. Oh, SPO. Sonic's up. Hey guys. Sonic, you're okay. Sonic, as we saw the mystery, SPO was the murderer. Right. SPO jumped me in the conductor car. Dang it, you got me. A blow dart though, really? It's non-lethal poison. You'll just be sleepy for a while. Great, I could use a nap. Nope. Ah, that's right. No, wait, there's something important. Ezreal left me there. Something important. I need everyone to listen. The train's a badnik. Huh? Sonic, are you feeling all right? You need to lie back down. No, we need to get off this train. We're not safe. What? What? When I arrived at the conductor's car, the conductor was already here. He was so excited to tell me about the features of the train. But what he was telling me, I had a bad feeling. I asked to see the power source. The conductor hadn't even seen it. When I took a look, we realized the train's powered by a flicky. A flicky? A tiny animal? There's only one person twisted enough to use a flicky as a power source. Dr. Eggman. I told the conductor the train needed to be destroyed. He refused. The way the conductor was described, it's more than a simple badnik. It's a conductor's friend. The train and his co-conductor. What? You're not serious. They certainly didn't tell me that in the interview. Right, as we saw the flicky, I felt a sting on my shoulder. It was the blow dart from SPO. Man, I thought it was going to be over. There's something like that, but no, there's a lot more. SPO left. The lights in the room started to glow red. Oh, I think I know what it is. Hey, stop. What are you doing? I know something was wrong and stood up. The arms came for me next. I spin dashed right through the arms, sliced it right off the rail it was on. Wow. I'm amazed he was able to do that. I was amazed he was able to do any of this poisoned. But another robot arm managed to grab me and pin me to the floor? Conductor. Sonic, the conductor screamed as the arm approached him. But I was hit quite a bit before it all got to me. Is this Nega Eggman? Oh no. Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, and everyone, I have something to admit. I murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, we already know that. Maybe, ... The situation has gotten so serious, why would you not just tell us? I thought these mystery games worked. You shoot someone with a blow dart, they die. You crazy? You just make believe games. No one should get hit with a blow dart. Oh, I was just following the rules. Use this blower on a Sonic stationed in the conductor's car. See? It's laced with a non-lethal sleeping agent. Thank you again for choosing the Mirage Express hashtag staff. What? What is that? It says use this blower on Sonic stationed at the conductor's car. It is laced with a non-lethal sleeping agent. Thank you again for choosing the Metro Express staff. What's this? Instructions? I was given the blow dart along with that card. It's signed staff. Who gave this to you? Come to think of it, one of the robot arms handed it to me. Weapons shouldn't be allowed on the train. What is the larger picture here? Who instructed those arms to attack? What or who? Cobalt. Who do you think attacked Sonic and Ezreal, the blow dart? The train. I believe something's been orchestrated, things behind the scene. Something wanted Sonic out of the picture, and for a good while. So I think the train itself is plotting something. Oh. You first learned the train is as a badnik, and now now it's out to get us. Once again, you keep the most ridiculous nonsense. Keep saying the most ridiculous nonsense. You're seriously convinced the train has it out to get us? I don't know what the train's full intention is, but clearly it's been tampering in our murder mystery game. Train. Yeah. Come out and show yourself. Amy, it's my birthday, and I don't need you messing with it. Amy's hitting the wall with her hammer. I'm with you, Amy. This train can have it. Come on, there's gotta be another way to get the train's attention. What was that? What did you two do? Is that the conductor? Here, I'll get him down. Don't touch him. Sonic. Amy, oh! Is the train talking? Of course I can talk. You fools were too distracted playing your little game to figure it out. We were right, weren't we? What are you planning? Train. I'm taking all of you to Eggman's base, where you will rot. Eggman! After I deliver your annoying party right to his egg fortress. Annoying? The conductor and I will be free to laugh and play games. Ride the open rails like we always planned. What are you? Enough. The train's picking up speed. Everyone grab something. Dot, dot, dot. Which one of these buttons turns this train off? Whoa. Sonic? Oh my gosh, this is getting intense. Stay put until we arrive. Is there gonna be a part 2? Goodbye. Ugh. Whoa. No. I can't keep my footing. Ugh. What did I do? Huge ones of evidence have fallen out of my pocket. Ugh. My head. Tails. Amy. Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? No need to yell, bud. Sonic, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Hang in there. It seems the train's arms threw us back into the dining car. But where's everyone else? Great question, but for now, are you alright? Sonic the Hedgehog's asking about me. I feel terrible. Yeah, things aren't looking the brightest. But when the situation's dark, it's up to us to shine the way forward. Sonic, just as cool as everyone says. Let us get our bearings and take a look around. Good idea. Leading the way. And since no one else is here as well, because it is an empty train car. The yellow glow is chilling. I miss when it was just showing us the weather. Huh? Well, that's better than the yellow glow, I guess. It is Eggman. Hello, hello. Anyone there? Why is no one responding to me? I miss the yellow glow already. You got some nerve showing up here, Eggman, Egghead. You spuggy blue pest. Seems like you've finally taken passage on one of my passenger trains. You created this train? Who the heck are you? Don't talk to me. Ignoring that. They certainly don't talk about you in my interview. My involvement isn't well known, civilian. The infrastructure in your town just wasn't cutting it. If I were to build Eggman Land, these problems would need sorting out. So I can courageously got involved. I converted some cargo trains into passenger trains for the sake of the public. It's just more useful for future schemes. Let me guess, another death egg. Doctor? Well, predictable? The people fear giant spheres. It's science. I don't know. Let's cut to the chase. Where are our friends? Our friends? Judging by my security cameras, your pathetic friends are all locked in their cars they were stationed in. Seems you managed to make the train quite upset. Did you not know this was happening? Heavens no, I only now getting caught up. I'm far too busy to notice what passengers train is up to. You see, the capacity of a bandit is normally very basic. Just kill Sonic the Hedgehog. But for the luxury train, I wanted to be sure things ran without my supervision and reported to me if any of you happened aboard. This train's capabilities of intelligence, though, is extraordinary, a feat only accomplished by my genius. So this confirms it. The train really is sentient. Suffice to say, your capture is inevitable. You're on a train that desires nothing more than to deliver you all to me. Ooh. I got to thinking. I need to manufacture motivation beyond programming. I like to make my bandits compete against one another from time to time. It's good for productivity. So I instituted a bounty upon my army of badniks. First, to capture your pathetic creatures, get a generous reward. Eat. The train wants to deliver us to Eggman. For a reward? Most of my robots ask for something simple, like my autograph or whatever, but a highly intelligent train? It may ask for something more interesting. As much as I like reward programs, are you done babbling, Doc? You can never win. You can never just win silently, can you? When you're dragged to my base, you regret the day you ever crossed me, Hedgehog. Already do. Get lost. Ciao. He always knows how to get under my skin. This is tough. The train has the motivation and being made by Eggman. It's no doubt powerful. Not to mention we are all separated. What am I supposed to think? The train purposely had Sonic knocked out so it could deliver us to Eggman. This whole time we were in danger, and I went along with it. ... Sonic was really hurt. The conductor's been captured. Should I have been more observative earlier? Probably said that wrong. Assertive. something. Dot dot dot. I should have done more. Dot dot dot. Am I at fault here? I knew Sonic was hurt all along. Hey! I could tell this situation is getting to you. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I get it. The road's getting tough. It's easier to question the decisions that got you here. But when negative thoughts hits you, let it pass and keep living. I need you here helping me think through this before I do something rash. See, I'm one of those leap before you think kind of guys. Haha, okay, you're right. Let's keep moving forward and make things right. Okay. We gotta get to the conductor's car before the train arrives at Eggman's base. The door has been heavily fortified. How do we get through? Believe in yourself. No matter the obstacles, I know you have what it takes to figure it out. The entire day, Tails and I have been asking ourselves, what would Sonic do? What would you do? What would Brian Boltano do? What would I do? Well, I'll speed through head on and rescue our friends, by any means necessary. Here, stand back. Wow, with one big wind-up spin, Sonic spin dash was fast enough to get the door open. Yeah, now that road's clear, nothing can stop us. Hold on to your pants. I don't think Hold on to your pants. I don't think we'll be getting another break after this. Ready to go? Actually, give me a second. Literally. I get it. Well, let me know when you're ready. 1 second. I hate that I have to manually turn on my on-air light. I can't hook it up to any smart device to turn it on for my stream decks. So Eggman built this train. All right. Oh, man, what's wrong? The windows are all covered up. I never go to look at pretty views. Amy was saying the train sites couldn't be beat. I was so excited. After all we've been through, I'm sure the train company will offer you some kind of coupon for another visit. That's great, and still don't know where my wallet is. Ah, what a mess here. Look at this salt that spilled. No wonder you're having such bad luck. Yeah. Talking about October salt giving you bad luck, so just throw it over your shoulder to get back the luck. Ready to save our friends? I'm ready. All right, let's do this. To the conductor's car to end this mystery. Also, I have my water too. Water that's not green. Oh. All right, our friends are locked in the cars up ahead. In my last adventure, maxing my rings count gives me an extra boost of speed. If I can grab enough rings, I should be fast enough to burst through the next door too. Ready? Let's do this. Now, make sure that I am using the assist mode, so I have invincibility, the gaps are gone, and, well, nothing pretty much hurts me. That would have been 100. Or maybe it was 50. That's okay. Just wait till I see Eggman. I'm gonna clobber him. We gotta deal with the train first. Come on, let's go. It's so fun, cool seeing Sonic sprite like that. Thanks to another 3. You all came for us. Of course, but let's move on. The train wants to take us prisoner and earn a reward. My reward is getting off this stupid train. Let's go. Oh, wow. I don't think my 50% is on. Sonic. It's about time. I thought you were supposed to be fast, Sonic. We gotta move. You two ready? Always. Let's boogie. '97. It locks Amy and Tails in the conductor's car. Say no more. Let's go. He breaks through again. Sonic! Sonic, you're here! Hey, there's no way to treat a birthday girl. Oh, that's no way to treat a birthday girl. You're right. I'm ready to stop this train. Time to finish this. Excellent work trapping these pests. Now hurry to me. I must properly dispose of them to begin my plans for Eggman Land. And probably another death egg. Don't teleport us to the future. Don't turn us into robots. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. Maybe I will turn you all into robots to give Sage some new toys to play with. Ooh, Sage from Sonic Frontiers. Shut it, Eggman. Don't disappoint me, train. Hurry it up. I will not fail. My wish will be granted. Your wish? Oh, you mean your bounty. I don't care what you call it. Just bring those overgrown mammals. Not Eggman. The train. I must get my wish. I will not fail. They're gonna ask him, what is your wish? This is everyone. This is everyone. Get ready. We're taking this thing down. As you can see, there are no gaps. That's what the gaps are for. None of you could possibly understand. We promised to be together our whole lives. How could he just leave like it was nothing? Who do you mean? The conductor? He's retiring. You just have to accept that. My wish will keep us together forever. That's what being friends is all about. You can't force someone to be friends with you. That's messed up. Shut up. Just shut up. Eggman, Eggman, can you hear me? My wish, my wish, my wish. Make the conductor never leave me. Let us be friends forever. A kind of train who would never leave each other. Why would he betray me? Hundred rings. Conductor. You promised me. You promised me. Let him speak. Unhand him. Train. Stop this. When I told you you'd be with each other forever, I was a much younger man. I'm getting old. I'm tired. Excuses. How dare you abandon me? I'll be lonely. So lonely. Why must you insist loneliness upon me? Exclamation mark. No, stop. What are you doing to me? Please, don't make us do this. We have to rescue the conductor if we ever want to stop this train. Oh, the train's right next to us now. The front. What? The train head on. There's the flicky. A flicky. This is just like the lore card. When my ex best friend left detective worked to join Dr. Eggman. So this really is a bad nick. The stake rise every second, huh? We gotta save him. On it. Let's show our full power. Yeah, mother crack up. Come on, I think one more. Just be delivered to Eggman already. What about my happiness? Your happiness comes at the expense of others. Last I checked, that's being called selfish. Me, selfish. How dare you? Oh. Three. Should be it. No. Oh, grab the flicky. And rescued. It's over. Time to pay for ruining my birthday. Damn. Kaboom. Or we can say, oh, Amy flew. Sonic runs, grabs her. The train is slowing down. Great hit, Amy. It was pretty great, wasn't it? That's what you get when you mess with my special day. Conductor. I just couldn't bear to see you go. Sorry for the trouble. Conductor. ... I think our work here is done. Now let's get off this thing. The conductor. ... Thank you. Goodbye, my friend. I may be leaving the rails, but I assure you, I'll never forget our time together. Oh gosh. We did it. Well, I'll say I've never been on a train like that before. This universe has a unique way of doing things. Watch your step. Watch your step. It's over. The mystery of Sonic the Hedgehog's murder is officially over. Maybe next birthday, we just ask Vanilla to make dinner. Oh, you don't love parties? Where's the end? Sorry. Oh, you don't love parties? Where by the end someone tries to kill you? I think I'm actually going to miss this group unhinged way of thinking. Oh my. Conductor's wife. Honey, you're late. I've been waiting here for hours. And there's me in the back, also known as Barry in the game, in the code of the game. You honestly never believed what happened. So I wouldn't even try. Conductor's wife, I'm just so glad you're here. Quick, we leave for Spingona in the morning, and you need to pack. I'll pack faster than the wind. I need this vacation something terrible. I need you home. Happy first day of retirement, dear. He needs her home, huh? Seems like the conductor is more than ready to begin his retirement after this ordeal. I'm happy for them both. Oh, who's this? Oh, a old friend, I think. Well, that's a cutie, that's for sure. Cheap. The train ride's cheap. Seems that Flicky found a friend. Good job at saving the little guy, SPO. It was the least I could do. Sonic, everyone, I sincerely apologize for the trouble I caused. Don't be. You were just following what you thought was the game. It's hard to know what would you'd done in the same situation. It's hard to know what I would have hit someone with a blow dart. Seriously, a dart? I would have been hard to get close to you otherwise, Mr. Speed of Sound. Hello there, the mighty. Okay. That sounds like a Star Wars reference. Regardless, I'm very sorry. We're cool, and now that we're all safe, it was fun. This group has a wild idea of fun. Boy, I'm starving. I forget we never ate. All the clutter, I completely forgot I was hungry. Me too. I was distracted playing detective. If only you could have seen me, Sonic. I was finding clues, presenting evidence, poking holes, and alibis. Sonic? Wait, where'd he go? Everyone, guess what? The station has a bakery, and look what I bought. Ah, a birthday cake. Happy birthday, Amy. To the confident, unshakable, and radiant Amy Rose. To an adventure of a birthday, darling. A memorable birthday every year. To a fun birthday. A ride from start to finish. Right. May our friendships grow stronger each celebration. I admire your tendency. You may never lose your balancy. Happy birthday to Amy, and never sparkling personality. Happy birthday. I'm not smart enough to know if personality is a word. I don't know too. We love you, Amy. Happy birthday. You guys. We almost got murdered by a lonely train, but I wouldn't trade those adventures for anything. Never in a million years. You guys would you guys ever leave me? You guys would ever leave me, right? Wouldn't dream of it. Now, let's have some cake. Yes, please, dig in, everyone. I'm tired of reading. Yay. I hope it's chocolate. ... Eggman, that's so cool to see her there. Eggman's daughter from Sonic Frontier. That train is never making it here, is it? ... Orbit, prepare a bath. A happy robot duck or the angry one? Angry! Sour choice your evilness. Shut it. ... And that's my story of when I met Sonic and his friends. Entangled in their lives for a fleeting moment, and then back to things as they were. Cities realized Eggman was running the train system and fought back to seize control. Everything's squeaky clean now. As for me, I'd say he's pretty much unemployed. I quit my job. And then won millions in the lottery, and after all that, I run a local managed to fly to space. Yeah, that's just been my life. And that is the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, so if I did stay that extra half hour last night, on my last stream, yeah, I would have finished it in one stream. But because I've always been reading it, yeah, it does take a lot longer to get through the game. Some people have been doing it in like an hour, 12 minutes. Wow, that's a real good speed run. But with the help of the assist mode, it made everything a lot more story based. Now, do I know anyone here? Junts. Oh. Yeah, he always does the music for Sega Sonic games. Playtesters, of course. Those people are under like contract. They can't say anything. Okay, so up next we're going to be doing Metro Prime Remastered. I have a lot of Chaozo's artifacts to find. Now, it can't tell me in the start menu, but I will also try to have a guide next to me to know what I have to do next. Well, to find them accurately. A lot of people. Production, pets, and moral support. Those are Big the Cat, the dog. That is an awesome name for a dog. Big the Cat. Thank you, Sega, for letting us make this game, and thank you for playing. Happy Fool's Day, everybody, obviously.